Unit 6, page 2, Human Reproductive Systems. Do now. What is the difference between sexual and asexual reproduction? Pause the video here so that you can write a response. Press play when you're ready to check your answer. Okay, so at this point you should have written something down, and you should have something about sexual reproduction involves two parents, or it involves sperm and egg, as opposed to asexual reproduction involves a single parent where the offspring is genetically identical. We're going to start with the reproductive anatomy of the human male. So the main functions include, number 1, the production of sperm, which is the male sex cells, and number 2, their delivery to the female. Semen includes sperm which are expelled through the ducts during ejaculation and glandular secretions that carry, nourish, and protect the sperm. Testes are actually going to produce the sperm. They are located outside the abdominal cavity within the scrotum. This is the sac-like pouch that's about 1 to 3 degrees cooler or below normal body temperature so that sperm can form at this lower temperature. How sperm leaves the testes. The seminiferous tubules are going to carry or store the sperm in the testes. Then the epididymis is the series of coiled ducts for maturation and temporary storage organ for the sperm. They're going to then travel through a small tube known as the vas deferens. This is the tube that is cut during a vasectomy. This vas deferens tube is going to then carry the sperm past lubricating glands, which include the seminal vesicles that are going to secrete fluid and protect and nourishes the sperm, the prostate gland, which produces an alkaline fluid that neutralizes urine in the urethra. Then we also have the bulbourethra glands, which secrete fluid that may help lubricate the urethra. Then there's the urethra itself, which is the tube inside of the penis that transports the sperm out of the male's body and also transports urine from the urinary bladder. The penis itself, which is the copulatory organ, which releases the semen, and ejaculation is the term used to describe the release of semen. The reproductive anatomy of the human male. Again, the main parts that you should be familiar with for the Regents exam, you should be familiar with the testes, where again the sperm is produced, the vas deferens, which is the tube that's going to travel through the different glands to produce the semen, and then urethra, which is going to travel the tube that travels out through the penis to deliver the sperm. The reproductive anatomy of the human female. The main function of the human female reproductive system is to produce eggs, which is the female sex cell, otherwise known as gametes for sex cells, to receive sperm, and to provide an environment in which a fertilized egg can develop. In males, there were testes, and in females, there are ovaries. Ovaries are going to contain the follicles that nurture eggs, otherwise known as ova. They produce sex hormones and functionality from puberty all the way through menopause. The oviducts are known as the fallopian tubes, and they again are going to convey the eggs down to the uterus. Muscular contractions and cilia are going to draw the egg or the ova from the ovary into the oviduct, and fertilization occurs actually within the oviduct itself. In the human female, there's also the uterus, or the womb. This is where the development of a fertilized egg occurs. It opens into the vagina. The vagina receives the penis during intercourse. It also forms the birth canal, where babies during a vaginal birth are born. Again, it's important to realize that the fertilized egg is going to actually develop within the uterus itself, that the ovaries are going to not only produce eggs, but they also produce the female hormones that are necessary for both the egg development as well as for the proper development of the uterus. So let's have you write 2 questions now to check for understanding based on this video and provide the answers.